There are 7 departments for work, whatever that work is. I'm using the word department for a lack of a better word. You might even say 7 divisions.
Yeah.
One is the vision cast, who will see, hear, feel before others. Vision must invariably end up with a mission, the product. So in this equation, you were the see, hear, feel first about the kind of business, isn't it? So vision cast involves imagination, speculation. This can work. Trend, see the trend, that is the vision cast. I will at each point get back to you and ask, how do you think, who did it, kind of thing. Then the second one that comes immediately after that, depending on this person here. So this person will be entrepreneur in that sense, one who saw to do, if I may give a definition like that. He saw to do. I will call you UP so that you're anonymous still.
Yeah.
So UP saw to do. Then you need those who make plan from what I might even call you founder in this sense, what the founder saw. Make plan, strategy, outline. It's almost like teacher, surveyor, engineer, that is in a different place, different field, like your dad. These people need technical know-how of that field, and there you have the vision, they are building the building, so to say, framework and the building. I don't mean the physical building, the building of the business, how it's taking shape. Maybe they cause vision to take applicable, buildable shape. Then there are also the support team. The Greek word used is diakonia. These people can support anyone's anything. They understand, not in the limelight. They don't seek a limelight, not in the limelight. Happy to work long hours, virtually unseen, pick up different pieces from different points and put the things in place. They are diakonia. In your experience, in your present setup, besides you, who sees vision for the next place, next expansion?
It's always
next possibility.
The CEO Diluk of Barista, he would suggest us, or it's me or my business partner. He and I share the same vision.
So about 3 people.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Then, who are the ones who will make the plan, the strategy, the outline, get it into shape? Now you are thinking of Jaffna or Anuradhapura. Get that into shape.
So we are also
involved.
Yes, because I'm very much involved in this. Hands-on.
Yeah.
So all of us, there's the architects, our own operations team, the Barris operations team.
So there's an operation team.
Yes, we do have it.
Headed by?
Me. Okay.
Yeah. But there's an operation team.
Yes.
So you understood this taking shape phase.
Yes.
And now you have some experience of how it happened in Rajagiriya. But again, you have to see how. Shape is there, but shape needs pulling this, this, that.
Each
outlet different. Then the diaconia team, who do the small jobs all the time. Now, I'm not talking about who are actually serving coffee or eats. This is who see before the error happens and plugging holes and is there understanding like that?
I think that is it's the Barris area managers and our own. We also go through our CCTVs. So on this phone, I have all my CCTVs installed, all 10 of So I will be going through them as daily.
So this structure I have got from the Bible. There's a book called Book of Romans, and in it chapter 12 outlines how the Father above, Father in heaven, has given to each one of his character abilities. Of course, God is vast, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, but some of those character abilities with which he runs the whole wide world, he gives it in packages to different people to run different parts of his world. Medical, law, administration, government, whatever, and here the hospitality part of it. Then, fourthly, there is a group called Barnabas. They are the ones who become HR people who see the gaps while the operation is going on, connecting people with purpose and the project. Project mean the material. So there is a men and material connect. Human resources, understanding what will this man need for him to do what he has to do. Are any gaps coming up, lapses coming up, brokenness coming up, failure coming up, hurt coming up, time frame, is it too fast, that kind of thing. So I'm describing the Barnabas nature. Nabas means the son of consolation. That's actually a character in the Bible. Son of consolation, because he brings consolation to situations that are under stress kind of thing. I don't want to use the word troubleshooter. Troubleshooter might be quite good at working with the material trouble. This one is working with the human persona. Who would be that person?
That is HR and operations.
You have a section like that. Yeah. Is there a name for the fellow?
So the manager is Akila.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is under you, or?
Yes.
So this is in the
CCW.
Yeah. That's right.
Yes.
So in that you have this person who would be like head of HR or whatever it is. Right. This one, the second one I mentioned, the planning, the getting the shape, still you would think you would be the brain behind it. Anyone who's working closely with you on that?
The architect.
Architect. You have a permanent architect?
We have several.
Several.
Because I want all my outlets to look different on the same.
Right.
Yeah, I want to give a different storytelling of each outlet.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of detail that we go to, because I want to give a experience to the customer than just sipping on a coffee.
Yeah. So you take over a house and change the looks? Or?
So it depends. So certain places we take the land for long term is about 8 to 10 years, and then we would build up the structure, which is a temporary structure. Again, that is then the rent is lower. It's actually expensive to take a older building and but majority it's older buildings. As
what is available.
Yes.
In the right spot also, I suppose.
We opened one in about 2 months ago in Kandy. So I have one in Peradeniya Road already, which is the busy street for shopping. And then we wanted to open a heritage-inspired cafe in the town itself. So the rent is quite high. No parking. It's a 2-story building. So for that itself, we spend quite a bit more than the usual budget. But we see the fruits of our labor, because we put a lot of hard work and blood, sweat and tears to bring it to what it is. Every corner will tell you a story about Kandy's heritage. It's arts and crafts and all, and it's very famous now.
Then the fifth one is the leader who understands each slot better than them, but he knows he has to provide the space, time, platform for that section to function well. So obviously in this you are the leader, besides being the vision caster. Sometimes the vision caster may not have leadership qualities like that. Saw the vision, sees the possibility, but need a very practical, hands-on person who can attend on details and lead it. Everyone who sees the vision cannot run with the vision. They need to have others who will solidify it, get a shape into it and so on. Otherwise, those who are speculative and imaginative can project more than possible. That's the kind of error they can get into, you know. So when your GDP annually is say 3 million, you will project for next 3 years maybe 30 million rather than 300 million. So if you don't have that measure, you may pitch here, there and vividly and it is not achievable. So vision has a measure. So the leader is the one who gets that sense of measure. Others may think he is not bright as me, but he is bright in many things. He is not bright, he may glow in one area, but he keeps a brightness in every area. So that's a God-given gift to be a leader. Sixthly, has this person who is the money, it's not only money investor, it is the one who makes money work best. So the best profit for that investment kind of thing. This is not accounting. Accountant is more a teacher, surveyor, engineer kind of person. He's technical. He handles what is there. He can have very good systems to prevent fraud and things like that, leakages. But this is make money work best. I don't like to use the word hard. Have you sort of any thoughts on this thing? Now you have done it well.
Yes.
Obviously you have a gift to make money work best. Who else helps you in this?
My dad is the person I would go for advice when it comes to financial things.
He is long in business and in difficult situations he has gone through.
And then I would say my business partner, we do take joint decisions. Just like number 5, I would say it would be my business partner. I am the visionary, I would say, but he is the person who would mold my idea into
actual happening. and lead it.
Yes.
Lead it.
I would lead it.
That part of it, leading that part.
Getting it done.
Yeah.
Him, and then I will execute the final.
Yeah. So this thought I am pitching, sixth one, the money works best. Can you add something on that? Because I am also finding, I also like to learn how to make it more cognitive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now these are, I can explain it well, but that money will work best.
Could you elaborate that a bit?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm also wondering how do I elaborate myself on this.
I think in the most of now,
most of
yes,
it, yeah.
In the sense, end of the day, but that I can link it to this. I guess.
Yeah, this is called the Joseph anointing, or the Joseph was the 11th son of Jacob. And in their language, Yasef means one who adds. So he added to the family more than anyone else. He is the brother who was mistreated by the others, but when he was 12 years old, the father recognized him and gave him a multicolored coat. Father saw that this my 11th son has, capacity more than others, or vivacity more than others. So two things, capacity and vivacity. So he went into slavery. He went into a prison. But in the prison, the head of prison found that he is very capable, and head of prison made him help him in the prison work, and that was a large prison system. Whomever there were high-end prisoners, low-end prisoners, and then in a miraculous way, with a dream. Pharaoh had this dream, no one could interpret it, and somehow Joseph went to that place, and Pharaoh said, "You are the best man to do it." And he had in 7 years, he had a plan to get all the harvest maximally, because 7 bad years were coming. And this is the thing about him that is said in different places. Psalm 105 has the fairly cogent description of how it happened with him. Psalm 105. He called a famine upon the land, he broke the whole staff of bread. So this happened to Egypt, a massive agricultural enterprise in the largest empire of the time. A big famine was coming. 17, God sent a man before them, Joseph, who was sold as a slave. So he went through some extraneous circumstances, but this thing about he sent. So that's the operative word again and again. You were also, now you understand, sent into this particular window of opportunity that began to do well after different things that were not doing so well. So there's that sentness where God comes in, and he does this with people who don't know him at all. Sadly, he's doing this with people who deny him also, because he has to run his world in a given country, in Sri Lanka or Russia or China. He's able to do this to see that the populace is cared for. We have only 22 million. China has coming almost to 1.6 billion or something now. So anyway, he being the good shepherd and the great father, somehow with impossible systems like communism even, he finds people to work with for the benefit of the people. Because he can't allow people to suffer endlessly because the rulers go wrong. So our own history, how we get a reset, again a reset, and again we go down into problems. But somehow resets come, which is a God-engineered thing. So he sent this man. Then in time to come, the king himself, it says, until the time that his word came to pass, the word of the Lord tested him. So in this period, from 17 years to 13, he was up to 17 years favored son. brilliant son. Reasonably rich man Jacob was. 17 to 30 he was going through diverse circumstances, and at one stage he was the business manager for the second largest concern in Egypt, under Pharaoh.
Okay.
But the lady cast bad eyes on him and he got into trouble because of his moral rectitude. But he had already been trained in managing a very large enterprise of a very powerful defense minister. As you know, defense ministers are very powerful now and then. And anyway, after that, what the Bible says is all this testing until the word of the Lord came to pass. There was a word of God that was operative, but little things prepared him for that. So it's a matter of how you face up to your test. It's not meant to fail, it's not meant to kill, it's meant to prepare. So in the incidents you said, you will now, there were many things that it was a test. At that time it was grievous. Even giving up Viking was, there was a sad thing, but you had to for what was to come. Then it says, the king sent and released him that the highest in the land had a need. So we have a promise in Proverbs 18:16. God has placed a gift that can take you to a king's place. Even the head of state may need you, or the highest possible provision God has for that nation may pick you up. So the people who have become top of the corporate now, by fair or foul means is another issue. But God has placed opportunities that have to be taken up by people. One hopes they will do with God understanding and God righteousness rather than wickedness. Because wickedness also can prosper, but not for long. It begins to have other kinds of trouble that comes up. So then the king himself chose him and placed him over the vast enterprise of the kingdom, Egyptian kingdom, for a very important time. One more thing I like to show you, that God can grow a branch to go over any wall. That was also part of his God story, the God genome. So that I have to draw for you. I'll read this and just quickly write up. 49, Genesis 49. This is how it is said. The blessings of your father have surpassed the blessings of all your ancestors, and may they be on the head of Joseph and on the crown of the head of the one distinguished among his brothers. So in a family or in an area or even in a nation, there's a crown of blessing that makes that person to be more distinguished than his equals. It's a God thing that God works. So God may have given ability to many, but He balances these 7 things. And the 7th thing that I am yet to mention is, 7th one, let me put it here, is called mercy. Mercy. How do you look after mercifaction in a business? Now normally people would think mercy and business can't go together. Now obviously the mercy profession should be medical and nursing, isn't it? So what do you think, doctors are merciful?
Sorry?
Are doctors merciful? Lot of debate, isn't it?
It's a big debate.
It's a big debate in the social media now. But you understand what I'm saying. There are some professions which have to have mercy from the beginning. Even if a man comes after alcohol ruining his liquor, you can't scold the fellow. You have to give him hope, Otherwise he will say, doctor, if it's so bad, why must I stop my alcohol? I'm going to die in 6 months anyway, So you have to be merciful. Nurses have to be merciful. Of course, human beings may lack. But how would mercy operate in the corporate? One thing, when people err, isn't it? Give them another chance. don't think of sacking them. Then people who are different to you and argue with you. Always in a business you will find chaps who think they know more better than you. But they may also have a point. So, mercy tempers us. Though many think mercy is what I give out to others. Beggar comes to the window and I give 100 rupees. What's that to a man who has million? It's a bit of a cruel mercy kind of thing. When you can give, particularly if it's a lady with a child or something, one might be able to give 500 rather than 100. So that's one kind of mercy. But mercy has a very reciprocal effect on the one who practices mercy. Can I sort of get that into you? Yes. Yeah. So that's some of the aspects of mercy. When people err, and then you have to maybe another aspect of mercy is to employ a handicapped person who may not get a job in another place. I'm not saying fill the place with that, but 10% or whatever. My final diagram is, so that blessing that comes from above, and there's a promise for Joseph that whatever wall comes up, he will grow a branch that can go over the wall. COVID time, Aragale time, you know what I mean. So now you could recognize and say, God help me to grow a branch that can go over the wall. So even in other places when you go to explain, you find a wall coming up, whatever, keep this promise in your heart, God can grow the branch to go over the wall rather than go hitting head on with the wall. Some people are like that. Yes. But you can say, I will grow taller, root deeper, extend a branch further above the obstruction, rather than go head on at the obstruction. And you know some corporate chairmen who go head on at the obstruction, others who go another way and they prosper without all those problems, so to say. Yes. This you have to take away, so I have to draw it on a thing you can take away.